It's won't take from me.
What are you doing? Are you people are so dumb and they never cease to amaze me. Yo, what is going on, internet friends? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing absolutely sensational. As for always, welcome back to another episode of Let's Chat, my weekly forum where we discuss the issues, things that might concern me, concern you, or anything in between, because the truth of the matter is that I do not have all the answers, and neither do you, but together, through open-minded conversation, we can come up with a couple of solutions. So, how are you guys doing? First of all, sincerely, hope you're answering that at home. Not like when you're watching Dora the Explorer, and they're like, do you see the bridge?
We're looking for blue butterflies with yellow polka dots. Do you see one?
So coming off the back, it may seem like I'm in an extraordinarily good mood, and I'm kind of 50-50. I'm very 50-50 because my energies have been a bit off. I'll be honest with you guys. Today I felt like I was a little bit more back in the rhythm, but the past few days, I feel like I've been off my work game. I don't know, I've been thrown off. I was doing exceptionally well, and I've spoken at length about how I feel like at work I've been not doing, like I'm not good at it, or I don't know, like some self-confidence issues, and I was getting over that. Like we had a good rhythm, we were writing down, we were affirming every day, we're like, you're doing a decent job, you're trying. See, I can't even say the words, you are trying. And unfortunately, since last week Wednesday, I feel like that's fallen off, and that's because of a few key things that have happened that I've had to realize. I've been making some fundamental mistakes, and it hasn't boded well. It hasn't boded well for my self-esteem. And all those tasks and things that I had to do you didn't indicate, so good job. All of those things had to do with things that, number one, I've expressed very much that I dislike doing and that I'm not very good at doing, and attention to detail-y. Number two, it's because a lot of things have been happening outside of work that I haven't necessarily had control over. And I feel like I'm losing control in life a little bit. We all have that feeling, but I'm feeling it a little bit extra, Things are slipping here, there, and everywhere, and I don't know what to do about it, because I am definitely working hard every day to try and manage and stay on top of things, but things have just not been going as well as I was hoping they would be going, which is not okay, but I mean, what can we do? What can we do? I feel like my personal life also slipping a little bit. Just been slipping. I spoke last week or the week before about feeling some fatigue, and I don't know if it is that fatigue. All I know is that I'm not 100% right now. I'm not 100% right now, and it's making me upset. But I'm trying to deal with it. I did speak about, I guess now's the time that we test the coping mechanisms and we see if there's a new RS3. It's a very nice car. Nice girl driving it as well. We spoke about how it's time to see if all the coping mechanisms are going to work. to see if all of the things that I said I was practicing and implementing were going to be fruitful. And we're testing it, and they're keeping me afloat. I don't want to say they are working or not working, but they are keeping me afloat. And I guess by that success metric, they are working. Because I would definitely be drowning or just doing a lot worse mentally. I caught myself quicker than I normally do with this whole rocky business, and I'm actively like trying to do stuff about it. So I'm actively at work making a point to like put in an effort and work and just try and complete tasks accurately, efficiently, checking, double checking, rechecking, checking, double checking, rechecking, checking, double checking, rechecking. Those are the things that I'm trying to implement every day. I'm trying to slow down. Yesterday I had to write slow down on my hand so that I didn't forget, because I was just making errors. And honestly, I felt like not attacked. Attacked is the very worst word, the Wesa word. But I just felt like, dude, like things are going okay. Let's all relax. Go down. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
But yes, we have come back to center. We've come back to Zen. We're trying our best. I have just officially paid for my rewrites for my exam, which is petrifying. I am officially rewriting on the 22nd of September, which is hectic. And fudge. It's very, very scary to think that I will be writing this board exam again, coming out of... I need to message my lecturer. You see, in moments like this where you just... you need to come back to center and say, okay, I tried my best today. I replied to as many things as I could, but sometimes things are out of your control. Anyway, we are rewriting. We're going to do it with a very, very focused aim and objective, and I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be studying consistently. I'm going to try study consistently, and that is what I'm going to do. Try my best to do my best, and it means I might have to sacrifice certain things out of my life for a little bit, right? I need to get this thing over and done with. I need to finish these board exams. I need to just be able to continue with my professional career without this cloud hanging over my head, which is exactly how it feels, this flippin' cloud hanging over my head. And it's frustrating me. It's frustrating me because it's blocking me from a lot of blessings. There was a story, and the thing is, there are many different versions of the story, right? There are many different versions. I'm just going to tell the version that I know, right? There's a guy who's like, Lord, I never win the lotto. Like, I never win the lotto. You never let me win the lotto. The Lord's like, well, you never play. And I always use that example because I'm like, I've got winning lotto numbers, I'm going to win. But in order to win, you need to play. So in order for the Lord or God or the universe to give you what you want, you have to try get it. It's easier to steer a moving ship. It's easier to steer a moving ship. Which means when you're in the water and you're turning the rudder and you're not moving, it's not going to do anything. But the moment you try move and you try steer, something will occur. So that's what I need to do. I need to put into action and motion actions to try do these things and contact these things and get it together. Here's the new 2 Series, and I think this is a 240. It is a 240. These are 4-wheel drive. These are X-Drive. These are X-Drive, but they are sexy. Internet friends, I want one of these so badly. Oh my days. This is such a... And this is Travis, Ross. This is Ross or Travis. I think I know that person. That is insane. If that is, I must give him a call. Clients. You need to definitely... If you want things to happen, try and make something happen. Right? One is better than nothing. I know it sounds like I'm talking absolute nonsense right now and it looks like I'm very distracted. It's because my mind is racing a little bit. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I feel a little bit alone in these challenges, and that's okay. For once, I'm like, that's okay. That's okay. I'm a little bit alone in these challenges, and that's okay. Like, I think, with JC by my side, Jesus Christ, and, a little bit of hard work, I think I can survive, or try to survive the next coming weeks, days, whatever it is. It's very challenging, but I know that I'll get there. Very challenging, and it's very scary, but I know that I'll get there. I have to get there. There's no other choice but to get there. Even talking about it's like giving me a little bit of anxiety, and I actually don't know what to do about this anxiety these days. Although I have everything to while I'm in the task, try and figure it out. I have nothing post-task, cool, we've achieved, we move, we achieve, we move. But I also realize that it's important to stop and acknowledge and celebrate that achievement. And I don't even know what that means anymore. I don't know what makes me happy to what makes me happy. What used to make me happy was sharing that with people or someone or whatever it is. I don't really have that RN, and that's okay. I need to figure out something else. All these things happen in life, and you need to be able to adapt, overcome, and improvise. Improvise, adapt, overcome. And it's challenging. And it can be very lonely. I think all of us, I say all of us, but I'm speaking about myself to myself, feel a bit lonely, unless you have a person. But even still, I've realized people with people still feel very lonely, because your experience of life is obviously unique to you. The way you see the road curving is very different than the way someone in the passenger seat will see it curving. And that's the real challenge. The real challenge is that you might feel lonely, you might feel like no one can really understand, and no one can really understand. I've had to make peace with that, you can only share your experience as well as you can articulate it, or show it, or whatever it is. And last week, an incident happened at Rosebank, and I think it was my co-worker's man, so your life really do be this kind of chaos. And I'm I tell these stories, and then I'm not joking. Some of the stuff that happens to me is very frustrating. It's very frustrating because I just be trying to live, and every time I just be trying to live, someone tries to piss me off and ruin it. Are you gonna have it, my brother? Of course you are. I love that for you. Yeah, it's my turn. Let's all stop. But again, those are only experiences that I can try and share through storytelling, and they'll never hit home because no one's actually really there. Now, I've had some insane experiences in my life. Insane. And it sounds like I make them up because they are just so story-esque and fictional. And the truth is that they're not. They're basically all just stories of a boy who's lonely, looking for adventure. I would never describe all the fun times I've had in life as lonely, but I would describe them as looking for, chasing something, chasing a happiness, chasing an enjoyment, chasing a thrill. And it doesn't always involve money, it doesn't always involve adventure, it involves something deeper. And we're coming to a point in these Let's Chats where I'm starting to realize that a lot of the things that I say don't mean anything, because at the end of the day, I'm just another little guy on the internet or whatever it is, looking for his own story, his own happiness, his own way of figuring out this life thing. And adults will say, oh, why are you so serious, you're so young, and what. But it's who I am, and it's who I always have been, and you don't know how to articulate that sometimes. So, I always say I'm the most boring, exciting person that I know, because exciting things happen to me, but I think at heart I'm really lonely. Really boring. I'm really boring. Like, I'm actually really boring. I enjoy talking about investments and the economics of people and the mindset of people and understanding how people's thought processes are, and like having empathy, like very boring things, like very mentally stimulating, boring things. And that's really who I am at the core. But I also, at the core, can't say no to an adventure. Can't say no to an adventure, because hopefully someone will join me on that adventure, no matter who it is, and we'll have a good time and a story to tell, you know? All the best stories I have are of times where either I have just not said no, or someone has just not said no, and we've done it, and it's sick. And right now I'm at a stage where the adventures are slowing down and the difficulty of life is going up, which is fine for me if I have a little bit of adventure to balance it out. And people say, just go and do it, and adventure and whatever, but I don't know how my brain works, but it's not like that. I've got to earn the right to adventure and live life and enjoy, and I don't think I have. I think it'll take me a very long time to have earned the right to go and enjoy and be happy outside. For now, I'm willing to sit down, do my time, and figure out how to push through the difficulty that is doing my time. But internet friends, it's a really boring way of just saying, this is an update of life, saying, I don't know, we're regressing a little bit, but not too much. We could have been regressing worse. If I felt like this, or I started slipping like this like a month or two ago, I would have been very bad. But right now I'm regressing a little bit, and I'm learning to just take it as it flippin' comes. Trying to slow down and be okay with it. Just be okay with slowing down. And even if things aren't going forwards, I'm trying to stop them from going backwards. And to me, that's important right now. Right now, it's not about going forwards too much. It's about holding firm, parking the bus, and not going backwards. But internet friends, thank you so much. For all of you going through very challenging times, and I know there are a few of you, thoughts and prayers are always up. And I appreciate everyone who's helped me through all of the chaos that is my life. I really do. I appreciate everyone there. I'm kind of off the grid at the moment, and it's not by choice, but I appreciate you all. Until next time, thank you so much for rocking with me. As always, remember to love life and all the people in it. We're living.